Hi folks, welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And that's your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back. From the Daily Mail. When we see this flag, we know the person flying it is a racist. Black Lives Matter in Utah sparks outrage with 4th of July post calling the Stars and Stripes a symbol of hate. Now, for those of you who don't turn away from this video now, there's going to be a short video I'm going to insert in here, and then I'm going to have a couple of comments concerning this and other things. It's only a 2-minute video. Please watch it. It's going to come up shortly. And then I want you to decide what kind of pieces of garbage these people are, and who's the real hateful, and who's the symbol of hate and prejudice and racism. The Utah chapter of the Black Lives Matter movement sparked out anger on social media during the 4th of July weekend when it posted a message on Facebook calling the American flag a symbol of hate. The head of the organization defended the post, which the group wrote in response to a white supremacist march that took place in Philadelphia on Saturday. Okay, I don't know if it's a white supremacist march, but even if it was, they still got the right. You got a right to be an asshat. When we black Americans see this flag, we know the person flying it is not safe to be around. When we see this flag, we know the person flying it is a racist. When we see this flag, we know that the person flying it lives in a different America than we do. That's a demonstration in Salt Lake City. Look how tiny it is, because it is Utah. That one I'll give them. Lex Scott, the founder of BLM Utah, told the Salt Lake City Tribune that the post was intended to provoke a reaction. You're going to get one, you a-hole. When we see this flag, we question your intelligence. We know to avoid you. It is a symbol of hatred. The post generated an angry reaction on social media, which was, of course, their point. BLM is a phony organization that thrives in division. I couldn't agree more. Another commenter wrote, I love this flag and love this country. I fly it proudly regardless of what you want to call me. And you can go on, you can see the rest of the post. I'm not going to read them all. Now, these are supposedly white supremacists marching in Philadelphia. Patriot Front, which has been labeled a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. Well, I'll have to do some more investigating. I don't know enough about the Patriot Front. Coming from the Southern Poverty Law Center, pieces of crap. Extremist group. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I really don't know, nor does it matter. This was supposed to be their reaction to this march. Which, by the way, I don't notice them looting anything, but that's a different issue. On Facebook, BLM Utah shut off comments to his original July 4th post and said it would donate $1 to the re-election campaign of House Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez for every Facebook user it blocked. Welcome racist, the account belonging to BLM Utah wrote in response to the backlash generated by the 4th of July post. We know you are big mad about the racist flag post. You will not be heard here. Yeah, they don't want to hear an opposing view. They want to stifle everybody else's freedom of speech but theirs. BLM Utah then thanked the commentators for contributing to the re-election of AOC. This could have gave her the money anyway. Assholes. Please don't, I want you to see this video that's coming up that I'm going to cut in here. Confronting you in this country about racism isn't hatred. Addressing the racism isn't, they go on and on and on. You can stop the video and you can read that part. And there's some of the posts there. The point was to make everybody uncomfortable. Oh, okay. Wanted to say we'll just round up certain people and put them in concentration camps. That's what 5-year-olds do to get attention. Was it a fundraising ploy? These people are disgusting and they're despicable. American flag has taught us from birth to respect freedom, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Scott says that she was outraged by images from Philadelphia of some 200 members of a group called Patriot Front, which have been labeled a hate group by the SPLC, staged a march on Wednesday. It says they're a hate group. I'll have to check into it more. It could very well be, but that's besides the point. They climbed the Capitol for their failed insurrection and were beating police officers with American flags. It's incredible to me. How do these people get in so much control? Too many people are underestimating the Trump threat. I'm just going to go through this. I'm not going to go through it all. So who's the threat? This is disturbing. American flags relate to whiteness. The American flag represents any color or creed or person who legally lives here. And then go on and on. I'm telling you that when I see the American flag, I begin to feel fear for the simple fact that every time I am faced with hatred is at the hands of someone carrying an American flag. Where the hell do you hang around? Where do you hang around? Scott's comments echo those of Amara Agay, a member of the New York Times editorial board who sparked her own controversy last month when she said she was disturbed to see the U.S. flag flown on pickup trucks on Long Island. Gay said the flags were flown on trucks driven by supporters of former President Donald Trump. Oh, supporting a former president. Well, that automatically makes you a monster. This place was symbolic of broad coalition of Americans who feel threatened as citizens. The reality is here that we have a large percent of American population. I don't know how big it is, but we have tens of millions of Trump voters who continue to believe that their rights as citizens are under threat by simple virtue of having to share the democracy with others. Nobody's talking about that these people are dangerous. Many of them are very well educated and intelligent and very articulate. Everybody's complaining about CRT in our schools. They're not pushing critical race theories in our schools. Technically, that's true, but they're slowly slipping in the ideology. You want to teach CRT as a course in college? By all means, do so. It's the ideology, the identitarianism, where they're separating people. They are the racists. And they say so right out loud. Yes, we are racist. And yet, here they are, controlling the media, controlling government. When I ran for Congress, I'd go knock on doors trying to get votes. Never walked by a house with American flag. Why? Because that meant there's about a 90% chance a Republican lives there. Democrats hate America. The entire party is centered around America hatred. Are all Democrats like that? No, but the ones that control the Democrat Party are. That's why I left years ago. I live in upstate New York. I'm a former city council president here. I left the party in 2013, so it had nothing to do with Trump. And they're going to use a few more remarks. When you hate Trump so much, you now find the American flag alienating. You can read the rest of these posts. You can stop the videos. Oh, God. Your paper ignored, meaning the New York Times, which she's on the editorial board, buried the Holocaust as it was happening and protected Stalin with outrageous lies as millions starved to death. Maybe you ought to sit this one out. That's right. And it's quite a long article. I'm not going to read all of it. Oh, it's just unbelievable. In a piece by Near, she also cited a recent survey conducted by YouGov on NBC-LX that found 66% of Republicans associated the flag with a grand old party. Only 34% of Democrats said they associated it with their party. It's unbelievable. Democrats hate America. The entire party is centered around American hatred. Now, this is where I'm going to insert a video and make a very short comment after that. So please don't turn off the video here. I want you to see this. It's been edited a little bit to give you an idea. It comes from the State of the Union address in 2019.
Tonight, we are also joined by Pittsburgh survivor, Judah Samet. He arrived at the synagogue as the massacre began. But not only did Judah narrowly escape death last fall, more than 7 decades ago, he narrowly survived the Nazi concentration camps. Today is Judah's 81st birthday. Judah says he can still remember the exact moment nearly 75 years ago, after 10 months in a concentration camp, when he and his family were put on a train and told they were going to another camp. Suddenly, the train screeched to a very strong halt. A soldier appeared. Judah's family braced for the absolute worst. Then his father cried out with joy, "It's the Americans, it's the Americans." A second Holocaust survivor who is here tonight, Joshua Kaufman, was a prisoner at Dachau. He remembers watching through a hole in the wall of a cattle car as American soldiers rolled in with tanks. To me, Joshua recalls, the American soldiers were proof that God exists, and they came down from the sky. They came down from heaven.
So what do you think? We're the country of hatred, bigotry. We saved Western civilization twice in Europe. Twice. The world will be a much worse place without America. No, the hatred and the racists and the monsters and the evilness is now running the Democrat Party. Those 80% of the Democrat Party that don't agree with this stuff, say something and stand up. You need to stand up. If you keep your head down and say nothing, you're just as guilty as these pieces of garbage. Just as guilty. This is worth fighting for. This is the oldest continuous republic in the world. We are the freest, most powerful, most benevolent, and richest country that ever lived. As a gentleman from Venezuela said, if this republic falls, there'll be nowhere left to go. And until next time, folks, goodbye and good luck.